channel. For today's video, I am so excited. I know I say I'm excited for videos a lot, but for this one, I genuinely am. I had a whole different video planned for today and I bumped that one off my schedule for this one. So this morning, when I was leaving my house, I saw a package on the door. This beauty came in the mail and I am so excited. I could not wait to get home so I could film this. So this is the So Jaded palette, if you couldn't tell. It is the latest collaboration with Kathleen and it is their biggest palette, 30 pans. Oh my gosh. It's not as big as I thought it would be. Like, it's as big as my head about. But I thought it was going to be bigger, more like a Morphe palette size, but it's not. The pictures were sort of misleading on how big it was going to be, and I got it and I was like, oh, that's not bad. I kind of like it that it's smaller than my expectations. So let's just jump right in to playing with it. Alright, so I've already got my eyebrows done. I used my e.l.f. Precise brow pencil. And I have my lids primed with the ColourPop concealer and my Milani primer on top. So here she is up close. I love the packaging. It is so beautiful. I love this purpley mauve and all these gemstones around here. Oh, it is so pretty. Oh my lord. This is just so pretty. I know a lot of people don't think that this is a cohesive color story, but I beg to differ. I think it's a beautiful color story. I get so inspired when I look at this. I can see so many looks from this palette. The reason why I think that this is such a beautiful cohesive palette rotates back to color theory and the color wheel. So I think if you look into that, this palette makes much more sense and you can envision it in a whole new unique way. With that said, I really like Samantha Ravndal's video on color theory, so I will link her video down below in the description box if you have not checked that out or you are interested. But anyways, I'm going to try to figure out what to do because I want to put them all on my eyelids, but I can't do that. So to start off, I'm going to take this little flat shader brush. This is a Luxie brush. It's my dual-ended one. First, I'm going to go into the shade My Precious right here. And I'm just going to put a light wash of that. I'm going to put a light wash of that all over my eyelid, just to create a really nice, smooth base. Okay, I think I'm going to go into the shade Royal Jewels right here. And I'm going to very lightly dust that as a transition shade. Very lightly. I'm going to place Rose Quartz right in my crease, blending it in with the Royal Jewels color. And I am just getting a little bit on my brush at a time because I want to slowly build up this color. Because I want to go overboard right away. I want to make sure it's all nice and smoothly blended. Now I'm going to take the shade Ametrine, which is this really pretty mauve color with glitter. But I'm going to use like a really big fluffy brush so I don't pick up a whole lot of the glitter because I really want just the matte. And I'm going to place this even farther down on in my crease, if that makes sense. So like right here, and then blending it into those two other shades. And then patting it into my outer corner. And I'm going to kind of bring the color in about halfway on my lid and then blend it all together. I love that shade. That's probably one of my favorites so far. I was so tempted to use this mustard and this green. Let me guys know if you want to see more tutorials with this palette because I know I want to do more tutorials with this palette. Alright, now I'm going to take my shader brush again and I'm going to dip into the shade Jasper. And I'm going to stamp this right on the outer corner just to give some depth. And then I'm going to blend it inward. Before I was filming this, I saw that the fall collection came out. Is anybody else kind of disappointed in that? I was kind of bummed. I was really hoping for more fall-y. Like a lot of colors. Like in this palette, I'm going to pause real quick. I love this palette because it really does look like a colorful fall palette to me. While yes, some of these might not be the colors that you typically first think of when you think of fall. When you first think of fall, you think of like this really deep shade and maybe some greens and browns and like maroons and stuff like that. When I think of fall, I not only think about all those beautiful colors of like the changing leaves and pumpkins and stuff like that, but I also think of mums, which are everywhere in the fall. I love mums so much. I would cover my front porch in mums if I could because they're so beautiful. But like this yellow color is like leaves, and mums can be that color. This orange, mums can be these really pretty purpley colors like fluorite, and this really beautiful ruby red color, and gorgeous. Back to the eye look. And then what I'm going to do is take a clean brush and kind of like very gently sweep along the top edge just to make sure I have everything perfectly blended. Okay, now I think I'm going to take the shade Fluorite, and just with my finger, I am going to put it on this inner portion where I don't have any of those shadows. Ooh, wow. So far, Ametrine and Fluorite. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take the brush that I had the shade Ruby on, and I'm going to very gently like pat along the edge just to make sure I have those two shades blended nicely. Now I'm going to go into the Super Shock shadow, the shade Diamond. Oh, it is so soft. And I'm just going to very lightly tap that over the Fluorite shade just to give it like something extra. Ooh yeah. It actually makes my lid look like a diamond. Ugh. I'm so in love. This is probably going to be the palette that I'm going to use on my day-to-day basis for a long time. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to go into my foundation. I'm going to use this BB cream that my future sister-in-law got for me from Japan. I'm going to just kind of draw it on my face. And then I'm going to blend it out with my flour sponge. Oh, I don't have any primer on, but I did put like my moisturizer and stuff like that on, and I'm not going to do anything else today, so let's go. Since I am so excited to be filming with this palette, I am not 100% sure that my other video that I filmed with this BB cream will be up. It's going to be a almost full face of Japanese makeup. So if it's already up, I guess I'll put it up there for you guys. If not, it's coming next. But yeah, I love this BB cream because it gives me the most beautiful glow. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to put some concealer on, and since I have a new ColourPop palette, I guess I'm going to use my ColourPop concealer. This is in the shade Fair 8. And with this concealer, it like dries down really fast, so I like to do one eye at a time. Then I'm going to lighten up the middle of my face. If you can see this monstrosity on my forehead, please ignore. I can't cover it, I've tried. It just all of a sudden appeared out of nowhere, and while it has gotten smaller, I just don't know where it came from. I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused it. It's just I woke up and it was there. What are your guys' birthstones? Since this is a gemstone themed palette, I want to know. I am a ruby. I am a July baby. I used to hate it, which is weird because like my favorite color was pink. It still is pink, but I always wanted my birthstone to be aquamarine. Did anybody else feel that way? I always thought it was so beautiful and just like, oh, glorious, and it just sparkles so beautifully, and I just was like, ew, a ruby. But now I love my stone. It has a really pink shift depending on the ruby, and I love it. So what are your guys' birthstones? Now that I have that all nice and blended out, I'm going to work on my lower lash line. And what I'm going to do for this, I think I want to pop down into some of these more greens like Geodude and Jade. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into Geodude, and I'm going to gently put this all across. The shade's a little more brown once you get it on, but I kind of like it. It's like a greenish brown. Now I'm going to hop into Jade, and I'm going to put this kind of in the middle and then blending it back. And then whenever I have like hardly any product left on it, I am going to sweep it all the way in. Now I'm going to go into that shade Jasper, and I'm going to put it right here on this outer portion just to connect the color right there so I don't have like a harsh shift in color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tiny little detail brush and I'm going to dip into this beautiful olive shade called Tiger Eye. And I'm not going to put a whole lot on, just a little tiny bit. I'm going to just lightly put it right along the inner portion, just so I have a hint of sparkle down there. Now I'm going to wipe that off really, really good. And I am going to go into the shade Pearl, which is like a really true pearly white. It is so pretty. I'm going to use it as an inner corner color, and I'm going to kind of blend it up into my crease right here, just following the natural line, and a little bit on my lower lash line. That is so beautiful. I don't have hardly any fallout, and if I do, it's like right along here, and I can't hardly see it at all. I think it's from the Tiger Eye shade. I also picked up one of the peach blushes, but I got the shade Perk Up, and I know it's supposed to be like a blush, but I thought I might be able to use it as a bronzer, but like I'm on the fence because I'm really afraid if it's even slightly too cool toned, it will turn pink on me. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly dip into this and kind of test it on an area where my blush and my bronzer normally meet. No, I think it's good. I think it's a good bronzer shade, so I'm going to keep going and blend that into my hairline and all around my face. I think what I'm going to do is layer another bronzer on top. This is by Makeup Revolution, and it's a baked bronzer, and this is the shade Summer of Love. I'm just going to pop that over top. I'm going to try to be doing mostly all ColourPop today because I feel like it. So I'm going to go into this blush stick, and this is the shade Aloha, and I'm just going to kind of put it on my sponge and then blend it on my cheeks. Now I'm going to use a ColourPop light stick, and this is the shade Bullseye. I'm just gonna like pop it directly onto my skin and then blend it with my fingers. Okay, I'm going to wipe the foundation off my lips and put a lip balm on while I do my mascara. Alright. I'm going to pop on some mascara real quick. I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black. Okay, I'm back. Mascara is on, and now I'm going to do my lips. First, I'm going to line my lips with this Milani lip liner. This is in the shade 3 Nude. And then I'm going to go in with this Lime Crime lipstick. This is in the shade Bomber. I don't think they have this shade anymore. It's kind of old, like 1.5 years old, but it's my favorite fall colors, and I think it suits this. So any deep berry wine color that you have would work if you're following along with this look. Just look at that color. Perfection. I love that color so much. I need to find this color in some different brand or something, because when this is gone, I'm going to be so sad because this is my favorite. Okay, now I think I'm going to set my face. I'm using my Physicians Formula Cucumber and Bamboo Facial Spray. Then I'm going to pat it into my skin, getting rid of any little spots that spray caused, because it does tend to get little droplets on my face, but it gives such a beautiful finish that I don't care. I'm going to set my brows with my e.l.f. Brow Boss Gel. My look is done. Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the So Jaded palette. So far, I love it. It is a beautiful palette. It's not too big, and I actually think it would be quite easy to travel with this. The only thing that I don't really like are these two guys right here, and these are pressed glitters. It is the shade Topaz and Opal. While I probably will use them because I have no self-control when it comes to glittery, shiny things, I kind of wish either they were just regular metallic shimmers, or even better, more Super Shock shadows. So with that said, I think this is a beautiful palette. For $39, I think this is a steal considering prestige brand palettes. Like, this is my Flamingo palette by Violet Voss, and this only has 20 shades and it was $50. I believe around there. Yeah, this has 10 more shades and it's $39. So, and ColourPop quality is outstanding. It's beautiful. All the shades that I used blended beautifully. So it does have a little tiny warning on the back on 3 shades that are not safe for use in the eye area, and of course it is the 2 pressed glitters, Topaz and Opal, but also the shade Ruby, probably because of the pigments used to make this beautiful red color. So that is that. Overall, do I think that this is a good palette? Yes, I do. I 100% do. I was so excited. The color story in this got me more excited about a palette than I have been in a long time. More excited than the Honey palette or the Orange You Glad palette, and those I was pretty darn excited for because I did not have anything like that in my collection. You get the gist. So I love this palette. Kathleen, you did an amazing job. Let me just say, congratulations. I know that this is kind of irrelevant, but this little guy, he's kind of a weird color for me anyway. He was like a appropriate bronzer color, but the more I built him up, the more pink I think he looked on me. So I'm gonna have to keep toying with this guy to definitively see. I don't know yet. I really like it. I really like the ColourPop blushes and stuff. They're nice. So that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah. And my Milani, it's so pretty. Color might be not gorgeous. Okay. So beautiful. And now, I just dug my finger in it. Oh!